Hello and welcome to this practice, exploring in the emotional field. So we're working with the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and the emotional body. So the second chakra is associated with emotions, creativity, and sensuality, because emotions is a very sensual aspect of our life and the way we feel and express. So this is a little practice for when you can feeling a little bit like you need a warm hug, embracing yourself and holding yourself. So just take a moment. Let's just bring our awareness into the breath, bringing ourselves into this present moment, this time and space. Just being aware of the breath in the body, noticing the different areas that expand and contract. And as you tune into your breath, you may prefer to have your eyes open or closed. It's up to you. Sometimes if they're open, you can just adopt a downward gaze if that's useful. But always be aware you don't have to follow these directions if there's a strong emotional response that occurs in you. So just finding what works for you in this time. So as you tune into your body, notice the sensations, pleasant and unpleasant. And if you are feeling in a space of raw emotion, just notice how all emotion has a very strong physiological component. And that's where when we cut off our emotions, that physiology is still holding onto it. So when we can give ourselves time and space to feel, it allows the emotion that is being expressed and felt within the physiology to move through. Because we are meant to feel in all aspects of our being, our emotions, but we're not meant to get them stuck and held on to. And so as you're aware of the breath and noticing the body, just going to tune into that center, at this very center of our chest, the heart center. And you can imagine as though you're breathing into this space. And the center of the fourth chakra is often the easiest place for us to connect into our own spirit, our own essence. Connecting into a space deep within, cavity of the heart, a place of a divine spark. So even if you have trouble kind of feeling and sensing depending on the space you're in at the moment, just know it's there, it's present. And you can take this with you. We're just going to bring the awareness back into the body, back into the breath. And let's just lift our knees up. And you can do this nice and gently, just using the hands to support yourself. I'm just going to move back a little bit and just bring your feet onto the floor, bending the knees. And we're just going to take a moment to embrace ourselves. So you can have the knees as close in as you like or a little further away, whatever works for you right now. But just trying to create some space to give yourself a gentle little hug and just folding in. And continue to be aware of that breath. And as you do, tune into the back of your body, particularly at the base of the spine. We're connecting into the sacral center. So that is at the front of the body, is just above the pubic bone, and at the back, it's just above the sacrum area, coming up to the base of the lower back, the lumbar region. Momentary lapse of thought. So the back of our body, the chakra, back sides of the chakras, often related to our subconscious issues, the unconscious, our soul issues, where the front is more related to our everyday living and life experience. So we're just going to connect into this space. You may feel a sense of softening into your own emotions, or softening in, or a tightening up. Whatever occurs, just allow it to be. And you can just gently invite this energy at the base. Just begin to run up your spine or across the back. Just letting it know, letting your body know it is safe right now. I'm giving myself this little bit of time to feel what needs to be felt. Not trying to force anything up, just be with whatever is at this moment. And just notice and follow the breath. The breath may have begun to just soften and slow down. Or you may find that as emotion arises, the breath changes. So just go with, we're not trying to control and change anything. This is a time to just be with ourselves and our energy. And then gently just coming on back up. And taking a moment to stretch out the legs. I've got a little, you're going to have to move over, Maui. He likes to join the yoga fun. And just give them a little shake from side to side. You can bend the knees if you like. Just a little bit of the windshield wipers. Loosening up through the hips. And then we're going to come into a forward bend. So you may decide you like to keep yourself lifted up for the forward bend, or you may want to bring a cushion under your knees. Whatever you like for you, or you can just have your knees straight on the ground. We're not coming into strong postures here. So just take a moment, just allow your spine to lengthen and straighten out, the chin tight, slightly tucked. So we're just giving ourselves a little bit more time to collapse into our body. So inhale, just feel a gentle lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, folding forward. And as you do, you can let your hands rest on the body anywhere that they comfortably fall. You can have your legs straight. So we're not worrying too much about being in a very strong pose. We're just more wanting to soften. So we're bringing a lot of compression into the belly and the lower belly. So we're kind of getting action going through that second chakra by creating stimulation in that space. And often when we're holding stuff, it can help to physiologically create compression. It's like we're bending a hose, cutting things off, and then as we open it up, it stimulates the flow, the movement of the water through the hose comes again with ease. So here we're working with the physical to kind of compress and work on creating movement back in the energy flow of the sacral center, which then resonates and connects to the emotional body. So on your inhale, you may just feel a gentle lengthening of your spine, and an exhale, just gently softening forward. And just keep observing your breath, noticing how it feels in your body. Notice if it's smooth or if it's ragged. Notice your emotional state and what happens with the breath in the body. Just allow this time. And maybe no emotions come forth for you, and that's fine as well. But maybe you do have something big and strong coming up. You're giving yourself some time in this practice to work with it and gently feel it. And it can feel very vulnerable coming into a pose like this, because we're putting our back to the world, we're curling ourselves up nice and small, which can be very nourishing and feel safe, but we may feel exposed at the same time. Just acknowledge any feelings like that. And if it doesn't feel right to do this sort of practice right now, feel free to just put it aside and try something else. And then we're just going to gently roll ourselves out, moving up through the vertebrae, one at a time. Coming up into an upright position. Taking a moment just to feel the spine coming back into its neutral state. And then we'll just bring the hands behind and just taking a moment to lengthen out. Often after a forward bend would be lifting up the hips, but we're not going to do anything that strong right now, just to lengthen. And if you need to, you can bend the knees. Take my cushion out of the way and just give them a movement side to side and windshield wipers once more. And then we're going to lower ourselves down to the floor. So coming down any way you like, I like to bring my hands in behind my thighs and gently lower myself down. And then just taking a moment to align the hips and the lower back, making sure the lower back is comfortable. And you can just keep the feet flat on the floor here for now. And then we're just going to give the knees a little hug into the chest. You can have the hands over the front of the knees or behind the knees. Just giving a little hug. Then we're just going to gently rock side to side. Just giving a massage out through the spine and the muscles either side. And then just giving a little hug of the right knee in, letting the other foot fall to the floor. Taking a few breaths here. And swapping over the knees, bringing the other one in. And then bringing that foot to the floor, and then bringing both knees in. And then just bringing them a little bit further apart and reaching up so you can reach the foot. Coming into happy baby pose. And you can have your hands on the outside of the feet or the inside of the feet. If you can't reach the feet, just holding onto the ankles. But in holding onto the feet, bringing the hands just underneath and the fingertips sort of stacked one on top of each other and aligned down the foot at the base of the ball. And you'll find the K1 meridian point between the second and third toes. Just gently giving that a pulse. Just waking up that energy system that helps ground us. And here, if you like, you can do a little bit roll from side to side as well. Or you could just stay in stillness, anchoring your tailbone down. It's beginning to open up the space within the belly, moving away from direct compression. And gently release the legs, bring the feet back flat on the floor, and let's bring the arms out into a T across away from each other. Opening up across the front of the chest. Then we'll pick up the hips and just take them up an inch and then over to the left side an inch. Bring the knees into the chest and then dropping them down over to the right. And then you can bring your right hand over the top of the top leg or underneath, whatever works for you. For me, it's more comfortable to have the hand on top. And then if it's available for you, you can straighten out that leg as well. So we'll bring that hand in behind the knee. And the neck can be neutral or facing one way or the other, whatever is most comfortable for you. And just letting yourself soften into this position. If your foot is hanging in the air, you're welcome to put a block underneath it, or a bolster, or a cushion, or fold a blanket, whatever works. Just to make sure you're nicely supported in your hip. So holding our hand in behind the knee here, we're touching on gallbladder points, which are called the achievers of the impossible. So bringing into our energy system, that energy that supports us meeting our desires and our goals. Then releasing the hand, bending the knee, bring the legs back up again, and just take a moment to neutralize the spine. Bring the hips back to center, give a little hug of the knees into the chest for a moment. Releasing the knees, arms coming back out, lifting the hips up an inch, then over to the right an inch, knees into the chest, and then dropping them over to the left side. And again, you can stretch out the leg if you like, and then bring your hand in behind the knee. And then head can be facing away, or whichever position you like. One day may feel different from another. And then letting your body just soften into it, softening the hips, the legs, across the chest. And bending the knee, coming back to center once more, neutralizing the spine. And then you can keep your knees bent, or you can lengthen them out, or bring a bolster underneath for a moment. And then we're going to come and wrap our arms around ourselves, and we're bringing our hands down either side of the rib cage. So giving ourselves a hug. This is called the spleen hug because we've got hands on the rib cage on each side, which connects into each side of the spleen meridian. And this can be a deeply nourishing, nurturing self-hug. The spleen is the great mother of the meridian system. So we're bringing in that motherly, nurturing energy that brings harmony and balance into our bodies, into our energy, into our emotional, mental, psychological, and spiritual selves. So we're just going to stay here in a sort of modified Shavasana for a minute. So just observe your breath. See if you can continue to soften, letting go of tension, softening through the head, the neck, the shoulders, softening through the arms, the torso, hips, legs, feet. And gently releasing the hands. Going to bend the knees once more. Bring them into the chest. Be a nice squash. Be aware of that space in the sacrum. In the pelvic area at the front, above the pubic bone, the lower belly. And release the legs. Just taking a nice deep inhale all the way down to the lower belly. And exhaling completely. Another nice deep breath. Every exhale is an opportunity to let go of what no longer serves you. Then gently rolling over to one side. Slowly making your way up to a comfortable sitting position. And welcome to lift yourself up a little bit higher. And then just bringing your awareness back into that center of the heart chakra. And then let the awareness drift back down into the top of the pubic bone, the lower belly, the second chakra. And just can affirm to yourself, I gently allow and move and express, allow these emotions to flow up into my heart center, to be transformed into love, love of self, love of others, forgiveness, compassion. Then just gently bringing the arms up, elbows bent, so coming into the cactus or position. Just taking an inhale and gently pulling the shoulder blades down and towards each other, pulling the elbows a little back behind you, creating beautiful angel wings behind you. Keep breathing, just feeling that stretch along the front of the body, opening up that heart space, opening up to joy, opening up to life, opening up to the potentiality, the possibility, and the actuality of your emotions transforming, releasing, being dissolved, digested, creating more space for love and joy. Take a nice big deep inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands together. And I'm just bringing my thumbs to the point between the eyebrows. The spirit in me acknowledges the spirit in you. May you find emotional freedom, love, and joy. Namaste. And thank you very much for taking this class with me.